is.
Wow, you're live.
Yeah, that's weird.
Can be weird.
Oh, wow.
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 What are you doing?
Wow. I'm trying to go online to see if there's any questions. Welcome to Paint Life TV. It's Tuesday night.
Is it Tuesday?
It is. And we're here for some reasons. What's one reason?
Well, we got Paint Life Supplies got something to give away again, the monthly giveaway. Whoa.
I'm trying to get to so I can
You're
read the
watching
questions.
you're gonna watch
No, it's
somebody else's
yours.
show during
No.
this show?
It's yours.
No, it was somebody else.
No, it's you. It's us.
So Paint Life Supply
Uh-huh.
is giving away a PSDR system, cabinet spraying system. So we're gonna give that away on the show, like we always do. We'll give some gift cards away at Paint Life Supply. So $3 $50 gift cards.
And then also,
PaintLifeSupply.com. That's the retail store and online store. So 3 people get a gift card to buy something there.
and this month, we're giving away something there also.
So we're giving away this month's giveaway because we're in June now is an extend climb ladder. So we're giving away an extend climb ladder. So if you want to win it, the only way to win it is to enter. So you can't be chosen if you don't enter.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
If you don't know how to enter, do you see any chats going on?
I don't. We don't know you're
There's
here.
a
We
chat
can't do
right there.
it.
So greetings from Spain. So they're finally starting to roll in.
Okay.
So if you don't know how to enter
We're
the giveaways,
early.
we've given away multiple sprayers. We're going to be giving away a HVLP sprayer coming up soon. So
Wow. That's a big one.
an Apollo HVLP sprayer. So the only way to win these big things is to find the giveaway link. It's either on our Facebook page. The easiest way to find it is go to our Instagram, which is Idaho Painter, and right in the bio is the link that you click on. You'll see our link tree, and it'll take you right to the giveaway. And you'll see how you could do multiple things to enter multiple times to win. So enter or you can't win.
That's true. So different gear TVs here, and it's 1:40 a.m. there.
Well,
so where
that is,
are you? Time for bed.
Somebody's up, or that's like morning time. So that's pretty early in the morning.
That is very early. So
yeah.
Kevin's with us from Seattle. So thanks for being with us, Kevin, and Amelia's with us so we have 2 people from Washington. So they're our neighbors.
Yeah, so we're gonna wanted to talk a little bit about what we're painting with right now. So
before we do the giveaway, and we're gonna do giveaway, so stay tuned. And if you have any questions for Chris, he's here to answer your questions.
We're here to answer your questions, whatever they may be.
Mm-hmm.
I've been messing around with recycled paint. I mean, paint is just skyrocketed in price. A lot of paints are hard to get, and so we've been experimenting and using a product from Montage, which is upcycled paint. It's recycled and then it's upcycled because once they recycle it, and get the paint made into what it's going to be to send out. They test it, make sure it meets certain standards, and then typically, which it wouldn't, and then they upcycle the paint. So they add in like some resins and some other products to make the paint even better. And so it's kind of an interesting concept. So it's better than recycled paint. And I started using it. So we painted our last exterior with it. It's significantly less expensive. It's saving paint from going to the environment. So you're doing a good thing by using it. You can feel good about yourself. You can promote that with your company that you're using recycled and upcycled paint because you're concerned about the environment. You can offer it as an option to your customers. In offering that option, you can save them money, or you can charge more for using the upcycled paint. And so, because a lot of people that like that concept and idea are willing to pay more money to save the environment. So you have a couple options to play around with there.
So we want to say hi to a few people, but for the paint, you're going to be doing a review. So stay tuned for that. Is there anything you could tell them about the colors you picked or anything about the paint that you want to share, but they gotta just, we don't want to tell too much because you have a video coming out about it.
Yeah, I'll so I got a review coming up, so I'm going to talk about
More in
all.
depth.
There's a lot of good things about the paint. I ran into some issues, with the paint spraying it and spraying with fine finish tips, and I'm going to discuss that in depth, in my review. I got to say, all in all, it's a great product for exterior painting, for what it is and stuff. So if you want to hear, I mean, I'm not going to spend 20 minutes here reviewing the whole entire thing, but if you got specific questions about it, I'll answer those questions. It's designed to spray, brush, and roll. Like I said, I experimented and tested it with a bunch of tips across the board, and so I have some insight on that. And I do have to say, I'll say this one thing, for a recycled paint,
Coverage.
over the last 5 years, at least 5 to 8 years, paint is really dirty now. And when I say dirty, it has a lot of just particles and stuff that are clogging up not only your rock filters, but your gun filters, causing spits. I strained the Montage paint multiple times. I'm testing it out to see if it's going to be really dirty, because I thought just being recycled it would. And every single time I strained it, there was never anything in the strainer. So it's kind of amazed and shocked by that. Because it was different than what I expected. So I got to say that, out of 1 out of a 10, 10 being the past, it was a 10 when it comes to strain. What was left in the strainer.
Stay tuned for your thoughts on that. Let's say hi to some people.
Say hi to some people.
Benny's with us.
Washington, Olympia.
Paul Kielmeyer, he's with us from Oklahoma.
We got Kid Do from New Zealand.
Joseph is from Arizona. We were just in Arizona.
We were just there. We were at the Gray Wolf Lodge, for a YouTube event. So that was kind of cool.
Paul is with us from Oklahoma.
Chuck Painter from Chicago is hanging out here. So.
We have Chuck Fisher from CDF Painting, and I think we met you, Chuck. I think let us know, in Utah.
So we got Benny.
I think so.
Say hi just to see if you're live stream. We are live, Benny. So I'm not sure if I can pronounce
Cowboy
it.
Holler CC.
Sarmiento?
Cowboy Holler CC says, 40 people, please hit the thumbs up button. Thank you for being positive and encouraging that. I think we should give them the first gift card.
There you go. Give them a gift card. So, hey, we would appreciate it if you would give us a thumbs up. We would appreciate it if you chatted. It actually helps the analytics of the video. If you just jump on, say hi, but obviously we're here to help you, to benefit you, to offer value and ask nothing in return. So if you think that's pretty cool, just give us a thumbs up. How
does Cowboy Holler get his $50 gift card?
So if you win one of the gift cards or anything that we give away on our live show, just go to our store, paintlifesupply.com, and in the bottom right corner is the chat icon. And I think we're all familiar with what those are. Is you can chat live with the store or the online store you're dealing with online or whatever it is. And if there's somebody on, like when we're in bed, we can't chat with you because we do go to bed.
Yeah.
But if somebody, is in our store during store hours, we get on live. If it's not live, we do still answer every single question on the chat. It just gets emailed to you. So go to the chat icon, let us know what you want, and we're going to email you your gift card. And we'll verify it's you.
And we need your email address to email you the gift card.
Yeah, so
my memory is not the greatest.
Okay.
I have to admit that, and
we are getting old.
But I think it's always not been the greatest.
Oh, okay.
But this for Lisa, I said I thought we met Chuck, and he said we did. He came to the house, and he paints all the Chick-fil-A's in Utah and Idaho. So
yeah.
So thank you for being with us. Hope you're doing well. Come back and visit us when you're in Idaho.
And there's a lot of Chick-fil-A's too.
Yeah, and I remembered.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep, I totally.
So
kind of cool.
Carlos said, any chance you've tried Benjamin Moore Command I use for cabinets, and I really like the end result. Just wanted your input.
So I've heard a lot of good things about Benjamin Moore Command. I actually got some. I just got some a couple weeks ago because they just started carrying it in the store. I'm excited to test it.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of well, I don't have any experience with it. What I do hear is that it's because Benjamin Moore, they have cabinet coat, and I hear it's very similar to cabinet coat. If you're familiar with it, I was just in Benjamin Moore. I was talking to the manager at depth and in length about Command, and they say it sprays amazing, gives you an awesome finish, a durable hard finish. It dries fast, it sands quick, but they say it does not brush very well. And so that was coming right out of their mouth, not my mouth, because I haven't tested it. But because it dries so fast, it's probably gonna rope, and so brushing and rolling it probably.
So Carlos, tell us what you like about it. Like you say, you like it, but what are some pointers to give other painters? Because I think that's the thing is there's a lot of products out there. There's a lot of good products, but sometimes if you are just a painter and you just a painter, if you go just to your local store, you don't know all the different products out there. And Benjamin Moore, there's a lot of them around the U.S. So, it's good to know what products to ask for and to use.
This is my new favorite drink, and it's non-alcoholic brew. And I got to say, if you like beer, this tastes just like an IPA beer. I cannot believe.
Where did you get it?
They're a local brew company here that they don't brew beer, but they sell. It's insane how many different beers they have in this shop. And I can't remember. It's on Vista. It's called Brew Haven, I think. Brew Haven is what it's called. And so Luke told me about it, and it's called Athletic Brewing. And he brought me a couple of cases, and I was like, "Holy cow, that's good!" And I would rather.
So where do you get it?
Brew Haven.
Where are you getting it?
Brew Haven.
Oh, there's a Brew Haven in Boise?
In Boise, that's where I got it.
Okay.
I went and got some, and they have a light one. They got an IPA. They got and
it's beer free.
It's non-alcoholic brew, and so because I'm trying to cut back on drinking alcohol, but I really like beer.
You like the IPAs?
I gotta say, this one, out of all the ones they sell, the Free Wave is absolutely amazing.
So two people.
They didn't pay me to say that. So
Sean H says 1000% can verify it sprays fantastic. And Carlos said very true on the brush marks with second coat. I recommend letting it dry indoors. So, that's the thing I think why our platform exists is we want you guys to be able to share ideas and find out what products are working for you and to let other painters know, because when you're busy painting, you don't always know all the different things going on. So
that's true.
Thank you for sharing. And Chris will be trying it soon and he'll give his thoughts.
Artie's Closet Contractors say hi. What's
hi.
Up, guys?
So we're going to do a couple more gift cards, and then we are giving our paint line PSDR drawing rack.
So if you don't know too, like we give away stuff on this live show. It's kind of what we like to do. It's kind of fun. It benefits you guys. Paint Life Supply on Instagram, Paint Life Supply Co. Instagram and Facebook.
Tomorrow they're going to be in the morning. If you follow Paint Life Supply Co. on Instagram, they're going to do a fun little giveaway. So
they're always giving away stuff every week. So they do a couple giveaways every week, and they're also doing a giveaway for Paint Life Member of the Month on Facebook. So if you haven't joined Paint Life Members, you should go join. It's where you'll get all your questions answered. If you ask a simple question, you're going to probably get 30 people, painters helping you out. So if you need any information, go check it out. It's a private group that we started, and we're going to be having a member of the month. And so we've already have a couple of them that have won stuff, and one of them won a sprayer. We gave away a Titan 410 or a 440. Yeah. So,
but with the Paint Life Supply Co. Just remember, this is a little insider. Tomorrow morning, if you're following, there's going to be a giveaway. And the thing is with Paint Life members on Facebook, most of the giveaways are just kind of random. And like the big giveaways is we use a computer program that picks the person. But with Paint Life members, it's called Paint Life Member of the Month. And it's somebody that's intentionally just caught doing good.
Right.
You know, doing what the group was intended for, painters helping painters. So that, you know, so you have to be good and be engaging, and that's how you have the opportunity to win that. So we just picked our first person in May, and we'll be picking somebody every month.
So Color Tech Painting started my company because of you guys.
Wow.
So that's kind of cool.
That is
I think,
very, very cool.
I think we'll give Color Tech a $50 gift card.
Let's
so
do that.
That's cool to hear. You started your painting because of us. So that's what we're here to help, teach, educate, inspire others to.
If they just got here, can you say how they can get it?
So whenever you win something like here or at Paint Life Supply Go, just go to paintlifesupply.com, go to the chat icon at the bottom, click on that, say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I won this on the live show. We're going to verify it. We'll send you an email and you'll get your items, your gift cards sent to you by email. If we're sending you something like whoever wins the PSDR, we're going to ask for your address and we're going to ship that to you. So like the big giveaway, like Lisa said, we use a computer program, software called Gleam, and the Gleam generates a winner. So we don't pick that. The computer automatically generates it when we push a button. So
I have a question for you guys. I'm reading the question, so I want to see, have any of you guys used upcycled paint? Have any of you guys used any recycled paint? And if so, would you continue using it? Why or why not?
So, and I've got experience with using recycled paint, and I've got experience with using upcycled paint. And yeah, I've used a recycled paint in the past, and I'm gonna say I really like the concept. I really want to support, because I don't remember how many millions of gallons of paint actually goes to the landfills, which is just not a good thing for the future generation, for our kids, for our grandkids, you know. And taking and recycling this paint is a really good idea and concept. I think there's when you recycle the paint, I'm a really big believer in the upcycling process. And when I say upcycling, I know it, like I talked to Montage paint, is one of the previous paints I used, the recycled paint. It had a really strong odor of mildew in it. It was really bad. And I painted it in on the interior, because it's interior exterior paint. And I literally, in the business, it smelled really bad for several months. And when I would go back in there, even after 2 months, I still smelled it. It still gave me a headache. And so I think you got to be really careful of what you use. And that paint company, you know, is called Green Sheen, and I think like that product would be really good for outside. But if they're not adding a mildewcide additive to it, which they weren't, then I don't think it's going to be really good for you to use inside. At least it wasn't for me. Just while I was applying it, it smelled really, really bad. As soon as I opened the cans up, I was like, holy cow. I did put some odor. At Paint Life Supply, we have a lot of different, I can't remember what it's called, but it gives your paint a scent. And so I experimented with that. You can go watch that video, experimented with a bunch of different paints, adding scent to paint, and a lot of different scents. And then we have a product, Kabosh, which eliminates paint odors, and it helped, but it didn't eliminate 100% of it, that's for sure. Montage, when I opened their paint up, it smelled pleasant, like any paint, regular paint, and really actually less odor than most paints that I typically smell, and less chemical smell to it.
So Carlos says he hasn't used recycled paint and wants to know where you can get it.
So the paint that I just started using, Montage, getting it off Amazon. So, and you can get it off Amazon and Walmart.com.
I think the thing is it has a 10-year warranty.
It has a 10-year warranty, so they warranty it just like other paint manufacturers. So that's absolutely incredible. And getting it from Amazon, you can't have it tinted. They have pre-selected colors. So say the color palette, fits a lot of the color schemes that are pretty popular today. And it comes in a couple days. You get it pretty fast. I did run out of it on the job I'm doing now. That's why I kind of shut the job down, because I had to reorder more. So you always want to make sure you order enough, or you have to wait. You can't just run to your local paint store and get it, but they ship it pretty fast. They're pretty on it. And Amazon is pretty quick shipping.
So, I mean, I think the thing is they've been on those platforms for a few years. I don't know if it's 3 to 5 years. And so you have to have a consistent product and a consistent, customer support and everything to do that. But also, if you go to their website, montage.com, they have contractor prices. Like, their prices are really affordable.
Yeah.
I'm bad knowing numbers, but it's like half the price of regular paint.
It's literally like the half the price.
And the thing is if you buy it directly from them, they're in California, they do have contractor prices.
Yeah, and so I think, like, with the price of paint these days, and just with the price of everything, you can save quite a bit of money, on the cost of your paint by using it. And so, I think a lot of your customers would probably appreciate it if you use the product and stuff. So I think it's
I would
highly
say
recommend
it's
it
kind
on
of like a
series.
win-win.
Yeah, it's
They're saving it from the landfill and it's being used
Yeah.
on their house. Christopher Oakley says, can your tough gap holder carry 2 rolls of any size tape?
So the tough gap, like we have the inch and the inch and a half. I'll carry I think it measures 2 inches.
Well, we have a 1 inch and we have a 2 inch.
The 2 inch. So the 2 inch one, I actually put an inch and a half roll and an inch roll of tape on a 2 inch one. So the 1 inch one will only fit a 1 inch roll of tape, but the 2 inch one will fit an inch and a half and an inch together, or 2 rolls of inch on it, and that gives you more play, with the tapes moving around. So absolutely amazing tool. I just post a video on 3 different ways that you can protect your frog tape using a tough gaff this weekend, and the video is doing really, really well. Getting a lot of views because frog tape is pretty expensive, and the tough gaff is a simple tool to help protect your frog tape. And I think I gave like 5 different ways of how it helps you protect your frog tape.
This has like not a whole lot to do with us.
Okay.
But I saw that frog tape, if you go to their Instagram, they're doing
A giveaway.
a giveaway. They have a new tape that you tested that's only being sold at Sherwin-Williams, and they're having like a buy one get one free, or they're having some type of special. So if you want a special on tape, go to Frog Tape's Instagram.
I think we can give away a case of frog tape on this show.
Probably like a miscellaneous.
We'll give away a case of miscellaneous frog tapes on the show.
I guess we can do that.
Yeah, so
Sure.
we can do that. So yeah, I saw it on Instagram. I was just because I follow frog tape. I saw their giveaway, and they have 5 do-it-yourselfers that are doing like 5 different projects, and the giveaway is you vote on their projects they're doing. And I think you can vote, I think like 5 times or something like that, and they're gonna pick from the voters to win, I think like $1,000 or something like that. And so it was kind of interesting. So I was thinking, oh, I can do something with frog tape, but it's not you doing it. They've already selected these DIYers that I don't know how they
I
select
think that's another giveaway
So
they're
there's more
doing.
giveaway?
Yeah. So they're
Oh.
doing more than one giveaway.
Oh,
But
so you saw a different one.
I saw a different one
So
that
go
they're
get-
doing. It's like through Sherwin-Williams and them doing a tape giveaway.
Oh, they're doing so frog tape came out with a new tape. It is a high adhesion tape that I tested. I got a hold of some from Sherwin-Williams, and the tape is absolutely amazing. So what I hear, I haven't used the paint yet because I couldn't get any of it. There's some paint that came out with that Sherwin-Williams came out with that the tape won't stick to. All other tapes won't stick to.
It's that Rain-X or something. It's that technology
a new technology in some
that
paint.
for how it dries and water resistant and
Was it dirt resistant or water, something like that? And so,
I think it's Emerald Rain-X or
yeah, so
something.
Frog Tape came out with a tape that actually will stick to that paint, but it being a high adhesion tape, then you can use it on like fences, concrete, hard to stick areas. So I was testing it on a commercial building. I was concerned about it. Well, okay, I mean, when you start to pull, you can tell this is the highest adhesion like production tape you'll ever use. I was like, oh my gosh, well, it's probably not going to come off very well. And I was using it on aluminum windows and concrete in a lot of different areas. And it came off without splintering. I pulled it same day. Absolutely loved the product. So, but the kicker is you can only get it at Sherwin. So
Yeah.
if you hear this or if you see it, because I'm going to post a picture of it
Yeah.
here on my story today, you can't get it anywhere from Sherwin. So
Anywhere but Sherwin-Williams.
you can't get it anywhere but Sherwin-Williams. Yeah. So
that's another. So if you follow Frog Tape on Instagram, they're doing a giveaway. If you follow Paint Life Supply Co. tomorrow morning, there's going to be a fun little giveaway.
if you like giveaways,
So
there's a bunch of them out there.
So Chuck Painter says, any suggestion for a wall paint that covers good?
I gotta say, so I tested Benjamin Moore's Scuff X out on like a navy blue color.
I was talking to a customer today about that wall.
And so it's interesting because like a navy blue color, any dark colors are going to be really notorious for haloing, striping, lap marks, a lot of different issues. It was absolutely amazing. I even to the extent that I rolled the wall, let it dry, then I did the cut-ins to see if you'll see the what we call the haloing or hat banding, whatever you want to call it. Couldn't see it. And trying to keep a wet edge really fast sometimes is really difficult on high walls, and you can get lap marks, stuff like that. It absolutely was fabulous. I gotta say, it's amazing. And for a wall, I've never used it on cabinets. I hear it's amazing on cabinets. So I'm not sure.
And
I kind of like when I hear a wall paint being good on cabinets, that kind of scares me a little bit.
So you just were using Aura.
So
what's the difference between Aura and Scuff X to you, do you think?
So Aura, when I because I just did a review on Aura too, when I tested Aura and then I've read the TDS. So I really read these TDSs and really try to figure out what is the difference. I mean, Scuff X is, my assumption, because Aura is their highest end paint and it's a highly scuff resistant paint. I think Scuff X was designed specifically, for high traffic areas and being scuff resistant. I think there might be, I'd have to use them side by side to do comparisons to see, and then do like a durability test. But it's a good question that I don't have.
So Far Out says it used Benjamin Moore navy blue, but what product? Because that's the thing. It's like Benjamin Moore, like all paint manufacturers have bottom, middle.
They all do. I gotta say, and there's a lot of truth to that. I'll say Sherwin-Williams has some really bottom of the barrel paints that I would never in my life use on anybody's house in any situation. And then they do have like cashmere and emerald urethane are two really good products that I would rate pretty high. I think everything I've used from Benjamin Moore, I've never found anything that I thought was just really bad. I think it just seems like most of their products are good or really good.
And you probably haven't bought their cheapest stuff.
They're like their cheapest stuff. You can go to like Ace Hardware and stuff like that and buy. I think Ben might be one of their cheaper products, and I tested Ben, and if I was to compare, say, Ben to ProMar 400, if I was just to do that comparison, I would say Ben is 10 times better than ProMar 400. But neither one of those are what are high-end paint.
Yeah. So Golden Woodworking says, greeting from North Carolina. Question, how do you keep bugs out of your finish?
Um,
Tweezers.
yeah, so I just shot a video, and we were spraying a door outdoors, and that will come out here pretty soon. And when we laid out the drop cloths, it kicked up a gnat started flying around. I knew it was going to be a problem. I told Luke this is going to be an issue, but we didn't have anywhere else to go to spray the door. We didn't have there was no garage on the house. Usually a house has a garage, and you go they drop cloths and spray it inside the garage. So that's how you would keep bugs off the finish. You would when you get ready to spray it, close the door, spray it. But it's really weird. The chemicals in paint, I think, attract bugs for some reason. I've had beetles land on my doors I sprayed, flies, gnats, leaves, cotton from cottonwood trees. It's all found my doors over the years. And the best thing I can tell you is tweezers are lifesavers. So this door, we sprayed it, and within 30 seconds, a gnat landed in the door. Now you can, if you let it dry, you're gonna have to get him off, and you're gonna smush his guts, and you're probably gonna have to reshoot the door and maybe sand that little spot. If you got a real steady hand, tweezers are in my tool bag. They're on my tool bag. I grab the tweezers, just reach down with a steady hand, and I usually support my hand like this with one hand, reach down and just try to grab a foot or a wing or an antenna and just lift that bug off. And if you do it quickly enough, the paint will settle right into where that bug was, and you won't even see the spot. The door we showed, I did it in time, and it leveled out, and you didn't see the bug. It was a little like aphid or something like that.
So you said we're going to give away. So we're going to give away a paint line product. If you did not enter to win that this month, we are giving away an Extend Climb Ladder. And so Chris will let you know where you can go to enter that. But we are going to give away a case of, what would you say, miscellaneous frog tape. So I don't know exactly, probably blue and green, and I don't know. It'll be a miscellaneous pack. And so I want to give it to Carlos Castellanos. And Carlos Castellanos, I'm going to need, Chris will tell you, but he said, yes, Benjamin Moore is my go-to for any job. Thankful to my local paint store in Upland, California, carries Benjamin Moore. And when I read Upland, it just was.
Hey, you're from there.
Well, it was, I
grew up there.
In Altaloma, which is next to Upland. I went to church in Upland. So it was nostalgic. Is that the word? Anyways, nostalgic. I saw that word or that place, and I was like, oh, good memories. So Carlos, how is he going to get his tape?
So anytime you win something, go to paintlifesupply.com, go down to the chat icon, click the chat icon, tell us what you want. We'll verify it's you. No fake identities.
We need his mailing address.
And then, because we'll have to mail you the tape. So we're going to give you a box of miscellaneous frog tape, and we know frog tape is not cheap. So the value of that is worth quite a bit. So, and I love frog tape. So.
Yeah, and remember, we gave you another value. Sherwin-Williams and Frog Tape is having some special, so you gotta go to their Instagram.
Yeah, I think when it comes to some of the greatest inventions in the history of painting, I'll say three of them.
Okay.
One of them was an airless sprayer.
Mm-hmm.
An airless sprayer just gives painters the ability to get paint onto a surface fast. Yeah, there's a lot of things about back rolling, brushing, but you can get paint on fast and make money. Mm-hmm. The next thing is the hand masker. The hand masker was an incredible invention that is a money maker. And then green frog tape is another incredible invention that is absolutely amazing, that makes it so a painter with only 2 to 3 weeks experience can get laser straight lines around door jambs, windows, and stuff like that. So you can get your young guys making you money fast. So 3 great inventions in the history of painting right there.
So Bump Will says, I have aluminum siding house in the early 70s and look to paint it. Do I need extreme bond type primer or just clean and paint?
So that's a really good question. So I've been painting for 28 years, something like that now. I painted a lot of vinyl sided houses and buildings, and I painted a lot of metal sided houses and buildings. And 2 years ago, I shot a video, like a video series, doing a commercial building that had metal siding, wood siding, and vinyl siding all mixed into it. And one of the big challenges was the siding was so chalky, you would wipe your hand over the metal and the vinyl, and specifically like the metal, and you would have chalk all over your hand from the painted surface. And that's very scary because if you paint over that, your paint can literally just peel right off. There's some things that are going to help you, overcome some of these things and put on paint and be confident it's not going to come off. So one of them is using a high quality paint. Now, and then starting off and prepping right. So my challenge was a lot of the high stuff. I mean, yeah, you can sit there and scrub it with scrub brushes, but who realistically is going to scrub this entire commercial down this building by hand? You just realistically can't and make money. So we power wash it using a rotating nozzle, which is going to agitate the metal or vinyl, and it's going to take off probably like 90%, 80 to 90% of that chalkiness. And then eventually, when I was done, I wiped it. There was a little bit of chalkiness left and on there, and that can be an issue. But it's interesting. Benjamin Moore, Exterior Aura, is a self-priming paint designed to go onto metal surfaces. But I tested it to begin with. It bonded really well. What you don't need is a primer. You just need a high quality paint that can go onto metal. But I'm still a little bit not confident about the high areas and stuff like that, where it's really hard to reach and really get a good deep clean on it. Emulsivon is
Emulsivon.
specifically designed to be an additive to go into paint to help your paint bond to chalky surfaces. And so I knew with the Aura, I'd already tested it. The Aura was sticking without coming off with an adhesion test, but I just wanted that added assurance. Emulsivon is some nasty, sticky stuff that will make your paint stick. After it's all said and done, I had a mask on the metal in multiple areas. I tested it. It ain't coming off. I went back and looked at the building today, and it's on there.
That's where you went today.
Rock solid. So you can trust in using Aura with emulsivon added in your paint, and you're going to do well. You don't need to add a primer at all. And I would even add emulsivon if I can power wash the thing and if nothing was super high and hard to reach.
But it gives you that extra peace of mind, and it's
peace of mind.
It's not a whole lot of extra work. You just add it to the paint.
You just dump it in the paint, and it doesn't change the color of the paint. It doesn't degrade the quality of the paint. Nothing. And so I was adding a gallon per 5, which is what was recommended. And so your 5 gallon now just becomes 6 gallons too. But man, you get that stuff you get on your hands and stuff, man, it'll come off.
So Chuck Painter said PPG diamond cover is good, but you have to strain it. He said Timeless was great, but they discontinued it. You used Timeless, I think, last year, and you really liked it.
Timeless was a really good paint.
They discontinued it.
They did, and they I heard it wasn't discontinued, but relabeled, changed the name. Diamond, I tested Diamond, really like PPG makes I really like the Diamond. The person that talked about Command. So here's something interesting. So what I heard was Command was Benjamin Moore's Command was PPG's Breakthrough, or his PPG's Breakthrough. They're almost similar. There's this massive similarities with them. And PPG Breakthrough is absolutely amazing. I put that on high traffic, custom vinyl front doors that had intricate grain in them, and with high dog traffic scratching and stuff.
High dog traffic.
Yeah.
Jumping on doors.
I can tell you, man, PPG Breakthrough, I'd use it on vinyl windows, metal windows, a good place to use it. Any type of high traffic doors, metal doors. You can use PPG Breakthrough on a metal house, metal building.
So Marvin Glover says, God bless you. I want to thank you for the information you've given over the years. I pray God continues to bless and prosper you. So Thank you. That's very
Xavier
nice.
says, "Is Dunn Edwards any good?" Dunn Edwards makes
That's on our
some
list.
really good products, and so we got a Dunn Edwards that came to Boise, and so I'm familiar with them from my California days. Dunn Edwards does make some good products. I'm going to be testing and doing some reviews on it, so stay tuned for that.
So this is a why does it cost $10 for you guys to ship one t-shirt? So unless you're in another country, that would be like maybe a mistake because it's under a pound. I mean, our shipping costs are going up, but that seems like a mistake. So Danny, you could message us on the store and I could look into where you're located. I know, if it is another country, then shipping is expensive
Yeah.
these days.
So Lorenzo says, "Do you like to use Sherwin-Williams paint?" So I've actually used Sherwin-Williams paint for over 25 years, and they have a couple good products. I really like Cashmere interior paint. I really like resilience in any type of rainy weather, and I think emerald urethane is absolutely the bomb for doing interior paints like production, spraying and stuff, residential homes. I think those three products
You like
are
duration, don't you?
duration exterior paint. Used to be my go-to exterior paint that I would paint every single house with. You cannot paint with it, in temperatures 55 degrees or below, or you're going to have some massive problems with it. But anything above 55, absolutely amazing. Anything below 55, we went to resilience. But I have to say, the question was phrased, "Do you like?" I mean, I think I like to use Benjamin Moore paints because I'm very confident with the product, the products I've used across the board, and in everything I'm looking for in a paint. I think all the products that I've used over the last 2 years of Benjamin Moore, I think are just great, great products. And I'll only speak about the product themselves. I won't go into the companies and customer service and all that, right here and right now. But
So Richard Caulfield says, "The PPG breakthrough have better adhesion than high adhesion primer."
so this is what is amazing about PPG Breakthrough. When I read the TDS about PPG Breakthrough, because I had to deal with these custom doors that had a very fine, like hairline grain in it, and if I was to prime the doors and then paint them, I was very afraid it was going to fill that in and create a smooth door. I knew like using duration or aura or something like that, or it would fill in that grain. It's just the viscosity is too heavy. And so it's going to level it all out. So I wanted something that was thinner and that had high solids, but that had a thinner consistency. In Breakthrough, when you stir it, mix it, it had that consistency that I knew wouldn't fill it in. I was hoping wouldn't fill it in, but then it also said it stuck to vinyl windows, and these doors were vinyl. If it'll stick to a gloss vinyl, then you don't need to prime it. Now there's certain times when certain products you better to use that high adhesion primer. But I was like, I read a lot about that bonding capability. PPG Breakthrough can be used on floors. And I'm like, holy cow, if it can be used on a floor and you can put it on vinyl windows, the adhesion quality's got to be super amazing. And so I still had some hesitancy, but I was just like, am I choosing the right product? And finally, I had to go with a product. I had like 5 that I was trying to pick from. I went with PPG Breakthrough. It did not fill in that microscopic grain pattern in the door at all. And you cannot, it is absolutely bulletproof. You cannot scratch it off. And that was going on a white vinyl door that had no primer on it. And so it stuck and it's still on there years later. So I'm pretty confident that you don't need to use a high adhesion primer.
But I think you definitely like you read the TDS, and
Mhm.
so recommend that when you're doing some
Yeah.
jobs with new products.
Yeah, go
Definitely
because it's
recommend.
self priming. So I would say if the doors were smooth and didn't have grain, I would have actually sprayed them with UMA as a primer. UMA primer is a primer that is designed to go over glass, tile,
Yeah, somebody was asking
smooth
about
vinyl.
tile.
Tile, you can UMA is goes over a high gloss surface, just about anything, and then you can put all kinds of different coatings on there, coatings that aren't self-priming over the top of UMA. UMA is, in my opinion, going over hard to stick areas, glass, tile, porcelain, stuff like that, is the best there is. That is the best. And
So I think somebody was asking about, so not ceramic tiles, somebody says fiber tiles. What's the best way to paint ceiling that has fiber tiles?
So the interior that I went and looked at today has fiber tiles, and so that's very like the fiber tiles. I was looking, they're very porous, and I would want it to look flat like it is now. I would spray it with a low quality flat paint, and typically they're just porous. It's just going to absorb the paint. You want it to be flat so you don't get lap marks building on each other that show sheen in some areas and no sheen. So you would spray it with flat. You would spray it with like a tightened HEA tip that has nice feathered edges, so you don't have lap marks. But I would use a sealing paint, and PPG makes an amazing sealing paint. There's a lot of really bad ones out there, really bad ones, and so I would go with PPG's sealing paint, like a sealing white, and it's a flat white, and it sprays very well. You do get a lot of fallout. The PPG and Glidden made Glidden actually made a sealing paint. I tested that, it said you cannot spray it, and I actually sprayed it because I always like to do what they tell me I can't do, and it sprayed amazing. It did just as well as the PPG sealing paint. I just felt a lot of like raining down of actual.
But it covered well.
It covered absolutely amazing, just as good as the PPG. It dried out with no lap marks, amazingly well, and I thought it was fabulous. And the only reason I could think they say it doesn't spray is just because of the fallout. I was wearing a monkey suit, but I didn't have. I was wearing a hat. I could just feel it hitting my face and stuff. So if you don't like to eat paint, then probably go by what they tell you that you
don't spray it.
They say, yeah.
Nick Nelson said, I can't find Peel Bond anywhere. I've been pretty disappointed.
So I think UMA is the same thing. So we sell at Paint Life Supply. Paint Life Supply Go, we sell all those primers. Unfortunately, those are Rust-Oleum owned companies, and Rust-Oleum is one of the paint companies that has been hit hard by this. And I gotta say, because Rust-Oleum makes across the board some of the best products you will ever use in your life. Rust-Oleum, high solid and resin content, and high in the solids and resins. So I think it's that really high end stuff. It's really hard to get. So they own XIM. So UMA is a Rust-Oleum product. XIM Peel Bond is.
No, that's I'm looking for. That's okay. Yeah.
And so
what's the triple thick?
Triple Thick is a Rust-Oleum based company. Rust-Oleum owns a bunch of different companies, and so they own a lot of these companies, and the Rust-Oleum products and line of products are just a lot of them are hard to get. So
because I saw today when I was in the store working that we have the triple thick, and we only had quarts. I sold 1 quart, and we only have a few quarts left. So I think it's not just Sherwin-Williams, it's everybody.
Because I wanted some UMA for this project I'm going to do, and we haven't been able to get UMA for probably 3 to 4 months now. So
wow.
And there's no end to that. So if you want, it's kind of interesting because we haven't been able to get it for that long, but I did go in Benjamin Moore on Orchard Vista. I was in there buying some paint, and they had like 20 cans sitting there of UMA. So
call around.
Yeah, call around.
Some people, well, we were up
I don't know where they got it.
we were in
but,
Washington, remember, a month
uh,
ago? And he had a bunch of peel bonded stuff up
oh,
in
yeah,
his
peel
store.
bond. Yeah, he
Yeah.
had like a pallet of it sitting
Yeah,
there.
in Spokane. So if you're in
Uh-huh.
Spokane, Washington,
Yeah.
yeah, there's places that do have it.
It all depends, like your distributor too.
Like, and if
Some
they
distributors
bought a bunch before,
that had pallets and pallets and pallets of it, then they still have stock. When everybody else has run out.
so Gary said, I pulled down paneling in my 1940 old house and found tongue and groove wood walls. Oh my gosh, that's cool. With lots of cracks and peeling area. Can you suggest how to proceed with fixing this predicament?
Well,
You
all
have
your
to see.
cracks and stuff, it all depends on what you want your end result to be. I mean, that's one of those things, where as a painter, it could be a really cool wall. If you want all those to be gone, we just start filling, and you just get out a quart of Crawford's interior extra vinyl spackle, just bad, just start just skimming everything with that vinyl spackle. Then we just take a 3x4 Ecosand sander, you sand that really fast, and then you go right back over it with Bondo glazing putty, and your wall will look killer. You'll get rid of all that stuff. And I gotta say, when you see like these new construction houses and what we would do with spackle and Bondo, I mean, you see this red Bondo everywhere, man, just thousands of swipes and marks and fills. And as part of the process of taking a piece of wood, just natural wood, and making it paint grade versus these composite materials that are fibers compressed and they come out completely smooth, and this like 1x4 trim, all this stuff that it's paint grade, not stain grade. So you're looking at a stain grade piece of wood, you're trying to make it paint grade, but what is your end result? To me, it's going to be just time, and Crawford spackle. Could be 1 quart, 2 quarts, 3 quarts, and then 5, 6 tubes of Bondo. And the thing that makes it fast and easy is having an Ecosand 3x4 sander. And
So this is
that's
those. He says he likes the look of the wooden wall, but concerned about scraping lead paint.
so now it's painted. I didn't know it was painted. If you're worried about, just get a lead test kit. I mean, get a lead test kit, test it first before, because then it may not even be lead.
You're surprised sometimes.
I just got done doing a 1950s remodel, interior and exterior, and if you had asked me if there was lead paint on it, I would have told you 100%, no question, there's going to be lead. There was nothing on the cabinets, there was nothing on the walls, or actually, I tested it, and I did a video testing it, and I was shocked because I wanted it to test positive, so you would see what test positive was, and it didn't test positive. And so do a lead test, because if you're concerned about lead, you shouldn't be scraping it. Is not as bad because you're just throwing large chunks down onto the ground. It's when you get out a sander and you start sanding it, throwing dust in the air. Me personally, I'm not concerned about that, but there are warnings about that kind of stuff. I used to do old historic homes and stuff like that, and sand and scrape, and then they came out with all these EPA regulations and stuff. I became lead safe certified. My painting company was, and I just eventually decided I didn't want to, as a contractor, deal with that anymore myself. But exposure to lead, can be an issue if you read about it, depending on who you believe and what you hear. But just test it first, because if it's not lead, then just sand away.
Yeah. And so this guy says, business clue, something like that. What would you recommend for killing exterior black mold on plywood?
Exterior black mold?
Yeah.
I mean, just bleach is what you kill mold with. So 50% bleach and water solution sprayed on with, you can spray it on with Airless Sprayer, you can spray it on with a pump sprayer. And that's, I'm not a mold expert, per se, black mold expert, but anytime we are dealing with mold and mildew, we always just use a bleach and water solution, sprayed it, killed it, and then dealt with it after that. But also,
Rust-Oleum makes it.
I was just getting to that. Uh,
Great
Rust-Oleum
minds think
makes a mold killing primer. So spray it with bleach,
They can
let it
actually
dry.
say that, like it's
It
actually.
actually kills the mold. And so you can paint right over the mold.
Mhm.
And so
Is it
it kills
exterior
it.
too?
It's interior exterior. So I did a bathroom with it for like bathrooms that have low ventilation. So if you do a search for like mold paint on our channel, you can see me using it, reviewing it. So it's amazing because it isn't like kill mold that would possibly grow on it later on. It kills the mold. It says paint right over the mold.
Yeah.
Like that's so against what we've always thought and taught and
Yeah.
did. And so yeah, I would still always still kill it with bleach and then paint over it. Because if the bleach didn't kill something, the paint will kill it and then the paint will keep it from growing. Rust-Oleum mold killing primer. And then just get back to that
They
thing,
have
the
some good
guy
products.
with the lead, if it's lead based, spray the Rust-Oleum triple thick or XIM peel bond right over the top of that. It'll encapsulate
Seal
it
it.
and seal it. It fills, it's a super thick, high resin primer you can spray right over the top of it.
And we sell it by quarts right now because
Yeah.
that's all that's in stock. I just lost my feed. So we are getting close to the end, and we are going to do the giveaway of the paint line rack. But if you did not win that, make sure and apply to get the ladder.
All right. Do you have any more giveaways to give away? Giveaways to give away. I'll have to pull up Gleam, click the button, and find out who the winner is.
So, what am I doing? So I'm going to CW Rose says hi from Hermitage, Pennsylvania. And Henry Ramirez says, I painted 20 years. I learned more tips see in your videos. So thank you for sharing that. That keeps Chris testing products and learning. And it's good to, if you're not helping, there's no point in doing this. So thank you for sharing that with us. And I guess since you shared that with us and I just stopped at you, Henry Ramirez, we're going to give you a $50 gift card to our store. And how can you get it?
I'll go to paintlifesupply.com and down in the right hand corner, you'll see the chat icon. Click that chat icon and that'll pop up our chat. And then just to let us know what you want and we will get back. We'll message you, asking for your email, and we'll get you the gift card.
We'll email you the gift card. So we have 2 more questions and then we're going to do our giveaway. This one says, on exterior smooth tongue and groove siding, do you have an approach for all the old peeled paint lines that have been painted over? So it's like something's been painted over and over and you got.
Let me read that to me one more time.
On exterior smooth tongue and groove siding, do you have an approach for all the old peeled paint lines that have been painted over?
Oh, so that's like when people scrape and they're leaving, if they're there forever, and it all depends on what your end result with. If you can't live with them, you're gonna have to heat peel it and get it off. And the heat peeling is a slow process, and people that do old home restorations, you just get a heat gun and you just start heating it and scraping it off. We sell a heat gun, and you just got to charge a lot of money. I've never gone to that extent. I've always used peel bond or triple thick, and you brush or spray multiple coats over it. It helps it feather it out and look a lot better. It keeps those edges from sealing and lifting up, and it won't be an issue anymore. But once again, it's not going to look like
so it's expectations.
Yeah,
you want.
You definitely got to discuss it with the customer. Most customers, 99% of them are not going to want you to heat peel the surface. That's, sometimes it's less expensive just to replace the wood, but then
if you want the old house,
if you want the original wood, the whole historic value to it, then you're gonna have to heat peel it. So
one more question and then we're gonna get going. Carlos says, have you used Stixx primer?
Stixx is awesome. So Stixx is another company that makes some off the wall crazy good products, and their bonding primer is another bonding primer, that's gonna stick to glass, tile, porcelain. It's absolutely amazing. So they make some good, really good products.
So this is the last one, and then we're gonna do our
I think
giveaway.
Stixx is who makes the pool paint I use.
Miami says, "How old are you?"
How old am I?
Mhm.
Maybe he's asking how old you are.
No, how old are you?
I think he's asking how old
No,
you are.
you.
It doesn't say like me. It doesn't
Yeah, it
give my
says
name.
Chris.
No, I don't think
Says
it
Idaho
is.
Painter.
I'm 55.
You're 55.
So 55 years old.
And I'm
So,
53.
and you're a grandma.
And you're grandpa.
So yeah, I'm 55, and in 5 weeks and 2 days ago, I became a grandpa. So
Very, very cool.
that's kind of exciting. And
one of the best things in life. It is the best thing in life.
one of the best things in life. And then he was
Another-
also named after me. So
That's
for all you who don't know, I mean, my middle name is Troy,
and
that's what my family calls me, is Troy, and his name is Troy. So that's kind of cool. So
and our baby.
our
is
final
gonna get-
daughter got engaged this weekend.
So that's super
So
exciting.
3 daughters are 2 are already married. The third one's going to be married, and we got a grandchild. So
And
it's
we
kinda
could
exciting.
say the paint life, we've been able to work together all these years. We've been able to go to all our kids' events, and to now 2 of them are working for us. And so it's just this is like the fruit of your labor,
Yeah,
like
kind of cool.
to having your kids grow up and work beside you and
Mhm.
find good partners. So we're super blessed. So it's been a great season for us.
Yeah, so very cool.
So children are a blessing. So who is the winner,
So we're gonna let
Chris?
you know, Gleam has drawn a Joseph Hall. So
Joseph Hall.
Hall from Bartlesville, Oklahoma. He has won the
Wow.
PSDR Paint Live Spray
How
and Drying Rack.
does he get his prize?
So the way it works, Gleam is a software, a company that we use, and they have their rules and guidelines, and we notify you by email. And so if you're Joseph, you can email us, because you have 7 days to claim your prize.
But we have to email him.
And he can see this. We're going to post it on our social media, and then we email. And I tell you, the last person I emailed 3 times didn't email me back. So if you win something, or if you actually enter, you should probably follow us periodically and just see if you're the winner.
When you enter, isn't the software, it tells you who won?
The software notifies it. It puts it on Gleam.
But it's like public information.
It's public information.
Mhm.
And so the person's never claimed their prize from the last one. But we don't have a phone number, so we can't call you if you win. We have an email address. So if you don't watch your email,
Or put the wrong email address.
if you put the wrong email,
So-
that would be, but you can still, because we actually put a picture of the person saying, congratulations, you're a winner, on multiple social media things. They never replied to that. I actually went to their Instagram. I messaged them on Instagram, and they never replied to that. And Gleam says in 7 days, they have, if you go look at their rules and guidelines to, one of the things that they notify you is, because we're going to, unfortunately, say you won and put your picture out there. That's part of the rules. If you won't allow us to show a picture of you, then we don't necessarily have to give you the prize. So we like
giving the prizes away.
We
That's
like to
why
give the
do it.
prize away, and we like people to believe we're actually giving it away to a real person, and this is a true thing that we're doing. So if you win the prize, we're going to say your name, we're going to say where you're from. We're not going to give away your phone number, we're not going to give away your email address, but we're going to like the one guy we said, you see his Instagram, so you can see who he is on Instagram. You see a picture of him, and that way Gleam keeps it honest, we keep it honest and fair.
So thank you for being with us tonight. And if you want an extend climb ladder,
Yeah, it's like a $400 ladder.
So you have it posted even, do you have it pinned on
It's
YouTube?
yep, it's up on not YouTube. It's if you go to Instagram, go to my Instagram, it's posted there. It's posted on our Facebook. We go to Instagram, right in the on my bio that says our link tree link. Click on that. It opens up our little link tree and it says ladder giveaway. Click on that and it takes you right to Gleam's platform, and who Gleam manages it for us. And we, unfortunately make you jump through a few hoops to win something. And some people like to do that. So like we like say, if you want multiple entries, you can go look at this Instagram post, you'll get an entry. If you go answer this question, you'll get another entry. The more entries, the more chances to win. One thing we say you have to do is you have to just subscribe to us on YouTube. Otherwise you can't win. So we have some rules to the giveaway.
Oh, and
so
so we want to be a blessing to you guys, and so that's why we're doing this. So you can't have a chance to win unless you enter. So enter, and congratulations, Joseph Hall. We'll be sending you an email and getting your mailing address and getting it shipped to you.
Yep, cool. So where you gotta go? I'm gotta go work out. I'm gonna go for a ride.
Okay.
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know, but thank you for being with us.
You're not gonna tell me what you're gonna do?
No.
No, it's top secret.
Grocery store.
It's top secret, like Top
Yeah.
Gun. Are you gonna go watch the new Top Gun movie?
Will you take me?
Sure, let's go.
Good night.